have watched from the underworld. It is time for the mortals to pay.
Hey guys, Pedro V here. Quick message for you guys. I know there's still a lot of you who aren't subscribed to my backup channels. Now, I had some stuff uploaded recently on my second channel and even made a connection with Futurama and ads into Our Dreams. Now, they're trying to make a connection with Omicron and Futurama, so it was interesting. I did that before they did all of this. So I want you guys to check that out as well, because now with everything going on, all this war tension and invasions, I believe now is the perfect time for the one world government. And how they would do that, you may wonder. Just like Ronald Reagan said, perhaps we need some kind of outside threat. This is how they would do it. And I will continue this video, so stay tuned for that. And with that all being said, have faith, remain vigilant, and God bless you all.
A new variant of COVID-19 with an extremely high number of mutations has been detected in Africa.
Surging abroad, scientists in South Africa identified the strain, which has also been found in other southern African countries and has spread to Israel and Hong Kong.
New COVID variant discovered in South Africa. It's now been detected in other countries, and new travel restrictions are being implemented around the world.
We don't know a lot about the variant except that it is of great concern. It seems to spread rapidly.
Take a front fender off and put it on the back there. They need to know where it broke off. See if it's a feasible procedure.
That's President Joe Biden talking about the new fast-spreading Omicron COVID variant. And we know you have a lot of questions about this new strain and how it may impact your family.
Okay, verify it's our deep foot deep bed. What are those things going over? What is that, Jack? Hey, something just hit here. What blew?
The WHO has now named this variant Omicron. We've got this new name now from the WHO. We know that data is just beginning to be collected on the variant. We heard Dr. Fauci saying they are rushing to learn more.
Intelligence agencies have 6 months to release all the information they have on UFOs. It's part of a $2.3 trillion bill signed back in December. The report needs to contain analysis of any UFO data as well as name any possible security threats that they pose.
Thousands of newly declassified documents on UFOs from the CIA, now accessible on the internet. And you can thank a UFO enthusiast for that massive dump of docs.
Hey, what is that? It kept flying over the top of our head.
There is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone, whatever that means.
And I wondered if the president will show his degree of transparency on this issue.
I'm not aware of any plans the president has to make public any information about this.
I would be interested in knowing if there's some other people here.
I don't believe it, Dan.
I believe it.
UFOs? Any UFOs? Did you ask about that?
I've certainly asked about it.
And?
Can't tell you. Sorry.
Okay. All right, I'll take that as a yes. Because if there were none,
Why
you'd
not?
say there was none, right?
Feel free to think that.
I do.
What the hell is that thing?
I saw this huge saucer-shaped vehicle.
I've never seen anything like that before.
It wasn't blinking or nothing. It was just like a ball of light. Whoa.
It's got 3 triangular lights.
Well, if there's a good thing, it's rotating.
It's extremely quiet. It's definitely not an airplane or a helicopter. I don't know what that was.
For decades, UFO witnesses were laughed at. They're just told, but they can't talk about it. We don't want to hear about it. Maybe you're a little crazy if you even saw it.
Yo, whatever that is, that's huge.
But we're at a place right now where we are beginning to realize how strange it is and how little we really understand. Imagine if it was acknowledged officially that UFOs exist. That would be a big paradigm shift.
Earlier, I spoke to Dr. Anthony Fauci about the new variant, and I began by asking what is so concerning about it.
Well, it has a constellation of mutations, Lester, around that spike protein, which would be strongly indicative that this will be highly transmissible and might, in fact, escape some of the immune parameters, such as monoclonal antibodies and the convalescent serum and plasma when people recover, and likely even some protection from the antibodies that are induced by vaccination. So we're taking it very, very seriously. It's spreading really quite rapidly in South Africa.
At the recent International UFO Congress held in Sheffield, England, sightings team members heard their first account of a major UFO sighting in Africa. It was particularly intriguing because the eyewitnesses were school children who had not had any exposure to popular press accounts of UFOs. On September 14th, 1994, something flashed through the sky in southern Africa, alarming a few and confounding everyone. It was a UFO. 2 days later, 62 school children in Ruwa, Zimbabwe, claimed they had seen a UFO land in the schoolyard. It was dismissed as fantasy until one UFO researcher began insisting that the children were telling the truth.
This object landed with the 3 or 4 things beside it, and then a door opened, and this little man got out and had on a black suit.
Cynthia Hind is one of Africa's leading ufologists. She interviewed the children the day after their encounter and had them draw pictures of the strange visitors they had seen.
They were very slim, the suit was black, but it was the eyes that was frightening.
In 1995, Hind brought worldwide attention to the Ruwa children when she presented their case at the 8th International UFO Congress in Sheffield, England.
Why don't they try and form some sort of panel? Not necessarily Americans, it could be United Nations, to check out these stories. Why would 62 children lie?
Well, it has a constellation of mutations, Lester, around that spike. Well, it has a constellation of mutations,
I have a very good relationship with Dr. Fauci. You know, it's sort of interesting. We've listened to Dr. Fauci. I haven't always agreed with him, and that's, I think, pretty standard. That's okay. You know, it's interesting. He's got a very good approval rating, and I like that. It's good. Because remember, he's working for this administration. He's working with us, John. We could have gotten other people. We could have gotten somebody else. It didn't have to be Dr. Fauci.
Earlier, I spoke to Dr. Anthony Fauci about the new variant, and I began by asking what is so concerning about it.
Well, it has a constellation of mutations.
Perseus, I've been watching over you for a long time now. I've always been there.
Have I heard his prayers? The sun knows no love for me.
Where we're up here and the rest of the world is down at a level that's just a tiny fraction of what we've done in terms of testing. So it sort of is curious. A man works for us, with us very closely, Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx, also highly thought of. And yet they're highly thought of, but nobody likes me.
Someone has to take a stand.
Said it was a great doctor. In that video that you retweeted last night said that masks don't work and there is a cure for COVID-19, both of which health experts say is not true. She's also made videos saying that doctors make medicine using DNA from aliens and that they're trying to create a vaccine to make you immune from becoming religious.
Well, maybe it's a sign, maybe it's not, but I can tell you this. She was on air along with many other doctors. They were big fans of hydroxychloroquine. And I thought she was very impressive in the sense that from where she came, I don't know which country she comes from, but she said that she's had tremendous success with hundreds of different patients. And I thought her voice was an important voice, but I know nothing about her.